Hello everybody and welcome to the video. I just wanted to do a quick introduction before we get started because we often get asked, hey, how can I play in this game? How can I see the times? I missed the last game. How do I get involved? Whatever it may be. So I thought I'd just quickly preface that at the start of the video. Essentially, we announce these games at the beginning of every month over on my Twitter or in my Discord. We announce the times and how you can sign up. If you want to get involved, I recommend you join our Discord because that's where we choose the people from who sign up. We see who's the most active person in our Discord that has signed up or who has subscribed or is a patron on Patreon or Twitch. So if you're an active member of the community, either by being involved in the community for free, just talking and playing with people, we'll see that. Or if you're a supporter of the channel by either being on Twitch or Patreon, we'll also see that. And remember, you can use your Prime sub on Twitch, so it could be free if you already have Amazon Prime. You could be gifted one by being just someone in the chat that happens to get a gift. We've had hundreds of those. Or you could be a firm supporter and just go onto Patreon and throw down $1, whatever it may be. That would guarantee you a spot. Now, quite often we have free slots. There's typically, I'd say about 80% are paying members of some sort, or gifted, or Prime sub, or whatever it may be. And then the other 20% typically are just active members in our Discord. That margin seems to be getting smaller every time as these get more and more popular. Now, it's not the end of the world though. If you can't make it for whatever reason, or you can't support it for whatever reason, that's totally fine. You can still join our Discord, and there are other people organizing games every week, and they're much more flexible in times. We kind of have rigid times where it's like, it's now the beginning of the month, I announce the times, I announce the dates, they're 3 days in a row, and it's not easy for a lot of people. 3 days in a row often overlaps with work if it goes over a weekend or something. So if you just want to get involved, check out our Discord, the links are in the description, get involved there, and then if you see a monthly game pop up that you think you can make, you can just sign up for it and you might get in. And that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's begin. Something else I wanted to mention just before we get into it is this is 12 hours condensed down into a round 2. I just couldn't make it any smaller, and honestly, we lost a lot of kind of important context by doing as much cutting as we did. It's 8 hours that are cut out of the streams completely. So forgive me if there's kind of some gaps in kind of stuff that you might want to know about. In future, I think I'm going to be an observer of the game, and that might help me tell the story of the campaign a little bit better. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. I'd be interested to see your take. Is me playing important to it at all, or would you rather just see how a galaxy unfolds? I think the latter is more true. We'll have to find out. So I'll briefly introduce my empire and then just introduce what we're doing here. So if you've just joined the stream, what we're doing today is a 13-player PVP only Stellaris game. There is no AI in this game. There's no Fallen Empires, no Marauders, nothing like that. There is actually primitives, which, you know, that's fine. They're not really gonna emerge anyway. Chances are they won't. So there's 13 players in the game, myself included. We're playing with the new 2.2 patch, which just came out yesterday as of recording. 3 of the players are playing with the new Megacorp kind of playstyle, the Authority, I think it's called. We'll have to go explore, find them, see what types of Megacorps they are, and see if we come across them. I myself am playing a Barbaric Despoiler, which is basically a faction that can kind of go to other planets and do raiding and steal other people's pops. It's an aggressive playstyle. And I have a backstory about these guys, which we could get into in a little while. We're called the Kelzakan Kingdom. That's all you need to know. And my species is called a Zaka. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, we start with Kelzaka as our capital. And the star system is called Kel, I think. Yeah. All right, we're all good to go. So I'm just going to queue up my text and then we'll let time play and we'll begin. So with the new system, there's actually really not that much to do in the beginning. We have, 100 minerals. Basically 100 of everything, 200 food. My goal is going to be getting my food up to 1,000 so I can enact the population growth thing. I'm going to be waiting to get 200 energy so I can build a science ship and start exploring a bit quicker. Already kind of messed up, or slowed down a little bit. We need to get our construction ship building our first mining thing. So it looks like we might have found our first planet. It's an arid world. We live on arid planets, so that's good, but it's only a 12 slot size. So that's not too big, but whatever, at least it's something just really close to us. And that's pretty much it. So in this, I'm going to take this time to also just read through the backstory of my kind of government, and we'll go through the ethics and stuff like that. So I need to go to species and hover over this, I think. Yeah. So my little backstory that I wrote is these guys are called Zakas, or Zakan. They're a Zakan is the adjective. The Zakan society was fractured into a series of monarchical kingdoms, principally defined by the planet of Kelzaka's 12 great oceans. Each king and queen ruled over one of the oceans, and used the limited water supply as a form of currency to develop and strengthen their empires. As the climate of Kelzaka became warmer and drier over millennia, the kingdoms were stretched to breaking point, igniting the Great War. As several of the great oceans dried up, igniting the Great War. After nearly 800 years of conquest, the Kingdom of Kel seized control of the majority of the lakes and a significant portion of the northern polar caps, putting a vice on the remaining 7 kingdoms, vassalizing them under one rule. Peace prospered across Kelzaka, and the Zakin population exploded. As the climate becomes more and more hostile, the Zakin species look upwards to find a new home and possibly new conquests. So they're a warrior tribal kind of species in a way, because that's why they're barbaric to spoilers, but they do have an aristocratic elite. You know, they are a monarchy primarily. They have kings, queens, princes, princesses, and they rule till they die. We are militarist, authoritarian, and materialist. So they like shiny things, they like to steal from people, they like to be aggressive, and they're authoritarian. They don't mind popping a few slaves up here and there, should they need to. So that's just a little backstory. It's just, I thought it was cool because they live on arid worlds, and there's like pockets of lakes and stuff, and I thought, oh, maybe, just maybe, kingdoms could form around that precious resource, and, you know, that. We're going to go Discovery first, and I'm not going to complete Discovery all the way down. What I'm going to do in this playstyle, so what I'm doing for this playstyle, basically, is pops. To me, pops are everything. I mean, they always kind of wear anyway, but they're very slow to grow in this particular patch. So I feel like the more we can get, the faster we can grow, the better our economy will be. Which has always been true, but I just feel like it's even more true now. So what I'm going to be trying to do is basically focus just growing pops as fast as possible, and our nation has the ability to raid and steal pops from other people. So that's what we're going to be trying to be doing. And that way, if I got a pop that even belonged to a different planet class, we might be able to, you know, have live on different worlds that we normally couldn't. So that would be a nice way to kind of raise our infrastructure and stuff. So we unlocked another build slot. Something that I always find it a little bit annoying is I always feel like, oh, I have this symbol here, I should be building. You know, it's like, oh, you're doing something not right. Not right. It's not red, it's orange, but even still. But you don't want to put down buildings until you get the pops to do it. Otherwise, if I put down a building like this Unity building, the population of the worker class would move up to the specialist class, and they would stop working maybe the mines or whatever else we have going here. I actually never checked this planet to see what's on it. Not that good. It's small. It's got some generators, I guess, which are potential for generators. Decent. So we found Arctic worlds. One Arctic world. It'd be really good to get this area as a base, because obviously it spreads off into 3 directions. I can't really see anything similar down here. Maybe this one, because it spreads out. Not really. That's an interesting kind of... I've never really seen that kind of situation there, but okay. Normally they're more clusters. So, I know it's unusual, I guess, to open up 2 separate paths, but I've gotten pretty much everything I want in Discovery, which is just the survey speed, and now I'm going to go full expansion, and then probably finish off Discovery. Because I really want colonies start with an additional pop. I might get that before this colony finishes. This finishes in 220709, so in 3 years and 2 months. Whereas this finishes in just over 2 years. So that's good. So we'll get the extra pop even before the colony begins. So that's good. Alright, we haven't found anyone yet. We're obviously playing on a small galaxy as well, so ain't too busy.
Star system charted.
But we should... So it's interesting to see, we're going for 4-hour sessions now as opposed to 3-hour sessions. We're already 30 minutes in if we count like the time it took us to start up. So 3.5 hours to go. Be interesting to see how far we get up to. Typically in these sessions we go 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, and on day 2, borders are pretty much all rubbed up against each other and people are ready for war. That has been changed around the last few games we've had, and obviously now we have a new update which I feel slows down the game, so we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. What embargo did you break? I broke the... So, for Stellaris, for the Megacorp embargo, there's a separate review embargo to streaming. So obviously I was streaming it and everything was fine. But when I wrote out my thoughts on the update on Reddit,
Star system charted.
I had some thoughts and I showed like what it looks like in the end game and stuff. And they said that that breaks the review embargo because it was like an opinion piece. Which it was. And yeah, I forgot. Like, I forgot about the second embargo. It's not even that I thought I was like... oh, a written thing wasn't the same. It's just I totally forgot. Okay, we found Nut Cluster. And we got some influence, but really not that much. You used to get like 100. What the hell? We barely got any.
Sphere of influence expanded.
Equivalent at the moment. So the interesting thing now... KMC!
My name is Darren, and not only do I break an embargo, I break it by pointing out flaws in the game that are not easily fixed. Rope Kappa.
Thank you very much, KMC. I appreciate that. This is true. Nut Cluster? Yeah, I guess so. Nut Cluster. He only has 2 systems, 1 planet. I'm already bombing ahead with 2 planets and several systems. You better... Oh, he closed his borders. And he rivaled me. Alright. I see how it is. What is he? Materialist. Xenophile. Authoritarian. Well, a Xenophile. He clearly doesn't like me, though. Pretty cool portrait, actually. The hell is that? Oh, he's authoritarian. We actually share 2 traits. And he likes aliens, but no. He says no. Closed borders. Rivalry. Well, how dare thee? You understand me? How dare thee? What do you live on? Out of curiosity, that's very important to my playstyle. Alpine. What is an Arctic preference for an Alpine player?
Salutande concettore.
60%. I'll read his backstory soon, but for now, let's continue on with our plan. So obviously, I'm sure this player probably really wants to get that spot, and he will get it. I can't stop him for the amount of influence I have. That's okay though, I don't mind that. You know what? You don't need to go that way. Go this way. That's probably going to mean nothing to me. Hey, did we find our other world? No, we didn't, but we did find another Arctic world, and a big one is at that, 23. This one's 17. Okay. We're just waiting on this area to finish. He's rapidly expanding. I can't imagine he's got any fleet. Other than just what we start with. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why is there so much stuff here? Hey, we found someone else. It's the Trash League again by Frandoka. Oh, wow. How the hell did they find me? They're so far away. We got a bunch of influence that time. Last time we didn't get any, I think, for doing it. Well, we can expand down this way. Planet 3 pops.
Situation updated.
Oh, I'm guessing Frandoka probably got the market. That's how he... I don't know how he managed to do that, though. How did he find me? We're making 5 influence per month now. What is this fleet posturing in front of me for? Better back the fuck off. Has his fleet out there right in front of me. Right in my face. That's good. Everything went fine. I was just a bit worried that if we lost that 26 slot Ard world,
Anomaly found.
that would have been a nightmare. Tropical world behind me, 24 slot. Interesting. He really expanded quickly, didn't he, as soon as he found me. Oh, and there's a... Oh, I didn't realize there was like another way around to his... And then we have Caravaneers. Can you offer us? We get a destroyer ship for -200. Certainly, I accept that. Thank you so much. Merge those bad boys up. And now we have a beautiful destroyer. Caravaneer destroyer. It's gonna make us a little bit more powerful now as well. Great to see. We need that early game fleet power.
Lavitur.
Oh yeah, inferior. That's what I like to see. Alright, sorry. Oh shit, darn, Nut Cluster is surrounding you. Kind of, he didn't come down this way. He could have blocked me actually here. Oh shit, there's a 15 slot Ard world there. He is going to get that probably.
Construction complete.
So what I'm thinking, what my problem is this player. has better tech.
Cheek is very
Apparently superior tech. Now, what does that mean? How superior is that? He's not overwhelming, but it is superior.
Complete.
It means his ships are a little bit more better than mine, potentially, or it could be all in different stuff. I could do war for, if I wanted to, you don't have to, but I could do war for plunder, which actually gives me a bunch of resources. You know, I'd get like 500 minerals and 500 energy, and he would have a negative to that for 10 years. And I could come in and literally just try and fuck with him, basically, for lack of a better word. You know, is it worth it? Maybe, to slow him down, make him focus on something other than tech. Because if he's left to just focus on tech, I really want that planet. I would like to claim it. I might claim it and go to war for the claim instead. Search this while we can. We're up to 600 fleet power.
Receiving communications.
Non-aggression with the Bothrazoid public. They're to my right. That's Eaton. Oh yeah. Me and you, Eaton, man. We're going to be great friends. Trust me. We're going to be great friends. Process influence. We'll get energy. They'll get energy. We'll be trusting each other. We'll love each other. It's going to be a good time. Alright, I'm just going to be balls to the wall and do it.
No say con.
We have declared war to safeguard our interests.
Right, I've declared war on this guy. And I just want the one system. But hopefully it'll make him focus on more than just hopefully it'll make him focus on more than just tech if he has to now divert his minerals and his spend elsewhere.
Receiving communications. Attacking enemy assets.
Got a colony ship up there. Take that out. Oh, brave. He's actually moving his colony ship forward. Or forgetful. Cool, we took one system, let's go. Doesn't have anything in the northern part, so I'm not worried there. There. Victory. Done. We got our system. He understood. He won't forget, that's the best option he could have done as well. Because now he can just be like, okay, you can have the system, but I'm going to not forget that, probably. Why are you avoiding the monthly Unity bonus? It's a must grab. I don't know. I'm barely even looking at things, to be honest. Alright, maybe we could have a look at the people next to us. I'll look at the people next to us in the order of proximity. So this guy's pretty close. We have the Bothrazoid Republic. He's pacifist, xenophile, and egalitarian. He likes us. Peaceful, egalitarian. The Bothrazoids are a species that live in harmony with the environment and nature. They live off the land and dislike to live in large cities and would rather be in the fields growing crops than sitting in an office at a computer.
Complete.
They also try to find out the secrets of our bodies and how we, together with the land we live instead of focusing on engineering and physics.
Star system charted.
Okay. They live by peace and equality, and now in the space age they wish to spread their values to all species in the galaxy.
Construction complete.
Rest in peace, Eaton.
Colonization in progress.
So for those who may just be joining, we're playing a PVP Stellaris game, 13 players, no AI, small galaxy, increased tech times. This is 1 day out of 4 days, or 3-day sessions. Tomorrow and the day after, we'll follow with another session each day, same time. Those are 2 empires there. And we're playing obviously on the new 2.2 Ligwin patch. And a few people are playing as Megacorp. I am not playing as a barbaric despoiler. Or an AI. Wow, an AI? Weird. Oh my god, so many. Oh, I think we found everybody. Or, well, maybe most people. Who do we not know about yet? That's it. That's all the players.
Technology
What the hell is with
secure.
that? There's like tons of empty space here and here. That's so strange. Darren, would you attack and capture the large channel to your south that player built to block you in? I mean, it's tempting. They're inferior. If I'm gonna do these little attacks, I feel like I should be doing them now, and that way I'd save on I'd actually save on the influence costs doing that. Maybe. Hey, they accepted. Okay, we got our research agreement. It's a dangerous one because we just don't really have that many defenses. We do at our planets. I mean, generally speaking.
We have declared war to safeguard our interests.
That's all I want. And then I don't know if I can peace out after that. Settle status quo, I guess. Relative navy strength. Okay. Surely if I offer that, it doesn't matter. This doesn't matter, right? Surely they can just choose. He can choose whether he wants to do that or not. I'm just going to keep pushing down this line until he says yes. You know? He hasn't even built everything on these places yet. Oh yeah. Not taking shit from no one today, hopefully. We can trade for it, Darren, but I'm not going to give it for free. That's what he said before. I didn't even read the chat. I should have read the chat. We can trade for it, but I'm not going to give it for free, said the connector nucleus. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get it for free. I'm okay stopping here. I know I could press my advantage further, but yeah, now I'm okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's just put a little thing on this system that says don't go through here. I don't want any of my reinforcements to try and come around that way. They were about to get themselves killed. So what did we just gain? We gained 6, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 3. Not bad. Not too shabby. Not too bad for 2 years' work. The mine's running. That's what I said. We got to be aggressive in this one. Just got to be aggressive. See an opening, you got to take it. Each one of these has been risky because if they had a reserve of alloys or they bought some on the market, you know, you never know. They might just bide their time and build a fleet and come straight back at you. Well played, appreciate it. Now just need to find some friends. Well, we have one friend. You know, we have one friend. We're researched. We're commercial pacted. We're non-aggression. Me and him, we're doing all right. And that's Eaton. So how's he doing? His fleet's, everyone's fleet's fucking inferior. Oh no, it is. Adeptus Mechanicus, played by Tidar, is now Frandoka's slave. Or not a slave, that's a bit harsh. The subsidiary of the Trash Corp Empire. Is that little blue dot Tidar? No. That would be funny. So yeah, I'll just go over where the players are so we get a kind of a recognition of it while we're on normal speed here. So, this is all the players in the galaxy. We found everybody. There's for some reason giant empty space up there. So we have Trash Corp, played by Frandoka. We have Adeptus Mechanicus by Tidar. Al-Sama playing Robocorp. An AI rebellion that happened within Robocorp. Nut Buster, which is the kingdom of Ankronos. Myself, which is the Kelzakan kingdom. Eaton, which is the Bothrazoid Republic. Sephiru the Hermit, which is the Wayland Mutiny Corp, which is a megacorp. Pengu Science Conglomerate, which is Ugly Duck. Sildorian Empire by Sando. Shadow Knights Le Empyrean Dragon Q. And Viking Clans by Kirby Rick. Oh, and this one as well. Alvanian Church of Tomorrow, Rakoto. The Church of Tomorrow is a mega church. Okay, I just remembered something. I just got informed something actually. I just made a big mistake. So I just messaged this guy and said, I'll give you stuff if you will close your borders to Frandoka. And he was like, I'm in his federation. But, right you are. Now, I think this is a tyrannical federation, if I'm going to be honest. It seems to me that this guy is inferior, and this guy's inferior, and this guy's inferior. This guy wasn't, but those have all joined the federation, I think, due to tyranny. Hey, mistakes are made. I don't know why, but yeah, okay, so that means that we have 3 points of we need to defend. We need to defend here, here, here. Those are the 3 entry points, and there's no, I just can't defend all that, because, well, Frandoka would come from the south, if it was to come from anywhere. Also, the other thing I know people do, and I was informed this, is that they open up the save file in between the sessions and look at what everyone else is speccing for technology and stuff. Very sad to hear that. When I first heard that, I was so sad. I was so deflated. I was like, I don't know if I'll ever do these games again. I do them anyway. So I realized something as well now. I'm a barbaric despoiler. I cannot actually partake in federations. So I am very much on my own type of playstyle. I've got a lot of energy and trade value just sitting around here, so I really would like to get a grasp on that. I think he'd be relatively safe from the big cluster over here. You know, if anyone's going down, it's me, not him. But he could make some gains out this way if he claimed, and we got a status quo, for instance. So, question is like, could I end the war quick enough before like one of these big guys really attacked me? And I don't think I could. But I kind of just don't want to see 4 players gang up on everybody. And I want to just do something. Maybe that's my own fault. I don't know. This reminds me of EU4 CK2 when you expand aggressively and everyone around you joins. I mean, I did expand kind of aggressively, but think of it this way. Like the way I see it, this is my home territory, right? That's my home starting position. He took this area, which had an arid world in it. I'm arid. That was 2 jumps away from my home system. I don't think it's that barbaric to, you know, try and claim a system or take a system that has my type of planet in it that he can't even use for a long time until he terraforms or something. He's also building a fleet now. He got a fleet from an event as well. He's got a frigate. So I just don't feel like I expanded that aggressively. Like I could have kept going or claimed more, and I didn't. You know, and I accepted the peace. And I asked the other guy for the territory who blocked me in. I was like, you're blocking me in. Give me the territory. And he said no. So I feel like I've been pretty respectful as far as this goes. As well as that, we can also raid and steal pops while we attack, which is kind of unique.
Construction.
But unfortunately, they're really mitigating my playstyle because if I attack anyone next to me, all 4 empires join in. These are in a federation. Everyone in purple is in a federation. This guy is a subsidiary, so, you know, he might as well be in the federation as well. So there's, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players just ganged up over there. And no one else really has a federation like that, I don't think. So, I don't know. I can't be in a federation. It's not up to me. And neither can the Viking clans. It's up to these guys to federate and challenge this, but I don't know why they don't do that. I don't know what's taking them so long. I have to. War, Darren, war. I know. I'm tempted. I just don't want to be crazy about it. I mean, that's probably the most tempting way. But see, it's such a gamble. That's such a gamble to say. Let's say I reached out to Robocorp and I was like, hey, you stay out. If you just stay out, you know, maybe break away later if you want. If you just stay out, I'll give you 4,000 energy. What do you think about that? He could be like, yeah, give him the money, and then he could just fight me anyway. You know, it's a big gamble. A really big gamble. You give him the money after the war. That's true. But I would still go into the war. It's not even the money that's the problem. It's the fact that I would go into the war assuming he wasn't there, but he could just be straight in my face. Just do it for the lulz? I think I probably will. I said once we get all this, I'll reassess. And we'll see what happens. Oh, Union's map mode. Oh, that's where it colors everybody. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice way of looking at it, actually, yeah. So we have Green Federation versus, let's just call it the Yellow Federation. It's yellow borders. The Green versus Yellow with the 3 empires in the middle. That's what we're looking at right now. Interesting stuff. Mining station output increased. Building upkeep. So this is like more efficient, right? It's like a more efficient chain. Prosperity. Or we could go down this chain, just go straight up military. I'm just going to do that. Fuck it. Didn't those two same people team up last time? The God and Frandoka? They're friends. Robocorp. They have 1,000 strength fleet here. Let's see what their fleet's like. Proton launchers. Of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 destroyers. Wait, this isn't right. Oh, that was what they were fighting against. The Federation fleet. Oh, no. Yeah. So that's what they had built. Their Federation fleet was 5 destroyers. Level 4 shields. Destroyers with proton launchers, eh? Oh, God. So if you guys are interested, if anyone here watching is interested in ever playing these games, you know, we host them once a month. All you have to do is be kind of semi-active in our Discord, and you'll probably get in. Or if you want to pretty much guarantee getting in, you can be a subscriber on Twitch or a patron on Patreon. I mean, you can be a patron on Patreon for $1. It's cheaper than Twitch if you wanted to get in that way. And that's pretty much a guaranteed way of doing it. And the next one will be obviously in January. I'm not too sure exactly when. We'll have to, when on the 1st of every month we kind of do the calendar out. So we'll see then when is the appropriate time to kind of do it. And I might just be an observer. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of just want to be an observer almost, just to see how it goes. I hope I have enough to talk about, though. That's one thing I fear. All right, let's keep going. So imperialistic Vikings, kind of Vikings. We actually have a guy called Viking Clans down here, played by Kirby Rick. They're a bandit kingdom. I'm a bandit kingdom as well. He is militarist, xenophobe, and authoritarian. So almost the same as me, except I'm materialist, like shiny things. He is, oh my god, his fleet power is overwhelming. God damn. Wow, he must be a force to be reckoned with. Rapid strike fleet, there he is, 4,000. Dude, that is looking really good. He is devouring the machine empire that's down here. He's devouring Connector Nucleus. Connector Nucleus. He's absolutely devouring him, which is super interesting. What do we have here that we could maybe grab? 2 alloys per month? Or we could just go up here. I'm thinking of what I'm tempted to do is go to war as well, but do plunder. And we'll carry back a lot. And also if we win the war, if we win the war, we get a bunch of we carry back resources, but we also make them suffer 10% minerals and energy income for 10 years, which is pretty interesting. He's still expanding. That war is not going to end until, I don't know, until they literally opt for peace. Fair play to him being on his own and actually managing to go overwhelming with his fleet. I can't believe he's done that. That's quite impressive. And he's got a lot of little small fleets kind of joining up with him, I think, yeah. It looks pretty cool. He's human. He's got the humanoid ships. They're going so fast. They went ahead of that one. And he's bombarding them. He's stealing pops as well. I mean, that is how we grow. We have to steal pops, and then we can fill our planets and make way more. Yeah. That's got me excited now that the other bandit kingdom, I didn't know there would be another one, but the other bandit kingdom is doing quite well. So I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to see if I can steal some pops. Match still going on? It is for about another 15 minutes. Just a bit less than 15, about 10. I don't know though. It seems quite risky to wage a war when there's 10 minutes left to go. And it gives them a lot of time to plan, you know, in between sessions and see what I have and shit. I don't want that. Although they're gonna see what I have either way, right? Let's just fuck him up a bit.
We have declared war to safeguard our interests.
Alright, declared war. It's a plunder war. That means we're just coming in. We're just coming in to basically get peace and make some money. I'll gain 1,500 energy and minerals, and they will lose production for 10 years, or reduce their production for 10 years. So we are off on our way. Yeah, they're turning 30 into 12. Oh yeah, it's just, I wondered, yeah, it's just gone up now. Almost doubled, so that's great. And at the same time, we're putting... Oh. Very interesting. Very interesting. They just straight up pieced out. So they took the hit on energy and minerals, but gave me my energy and minerals. So, fuck it. Very interesting. They just said, no, we're not ready. Have it. But they do lose their own, they do lose their own energy and minerals for 10 years. I don't know how much, but they do get a debuff. I don't know how much they get, though. I don't know how you can find that out. Now attack the robots? I don't think I can, because they're in the same federation.
Technology secured.
I'm not allowed to go to war for 10 years now. That's me out. It was a very good move, actually, to be honest, because now it's just the Viking guy, and I cannot help. Viking guy can come into my territory, though, and they won't be able to follow him in. I'll keep my borders open to him. He's also a fellow barbaric despoiler. So, I mean, that was a quick way to make 1,500 minerals and energy. But we didn't get to steal any pops, which is what I wanted to do. Very interesting play, I have to say. That was cool. Cool. Because I was like, we're in now for a while. We'll see how much we can get. Maybe we'll get pushed back. But it's like, no, that was a good move. Good move. It's like that third option I didn't think of. You mean Viking guy plus the rest of the galaxy, the two feds are at war. The two federations are at war? Oh, I didn't know. See, I don't see that stuff. I don't know. Too many of these things pop up. Like, I don't have time to read all of them on fast. We're playing on normal now. I didn't even know. So the two guys have gone to war with each other? Oh, wow. So they just couldn't handle, like... Yeah, I guess they just couldn't handle. So let's go diplomatic map mode. We'll click this federation. Yeah, wow. So this federation's at war with that one. And now I'm just like... I can't go to war for 10 years. But at the end of these 10 years, I can join either side. Forget that. Also, we did finish the wormhole tech, so we can explore these wormholes and see where they lead. Be pretty cool.
Construction complete.
It's actually something I didn't even think of, that people could come through those, so it's pretty good that our war ended quickly in case we were vulnerable that way. So, we'll actually probably have to end it soon. We do have about 5 more minutes.
Construction complete.
That's pretty interesting. So, two federations are fighting with a cluster of empires in the middle, you know? I think this is a pretty interesting game. That's cool. I like the Vikings. They're cool. That's a cool faction. Let's read about these guys while we have time now. So they're also human. Despite we got 2 human players, I guess. The Earth underwent an ice age shortly after the Roman Empire fell. Many of the nations were not prepared for the cold winters, but not the Vikings. They'd lived through cold winters their entire lives. They were prepared. So they moved south, conquering all those that were trying to survive. Now they own the entire world. They have become civilized. 100 years ago, Thor gave us the ferrets to help us take to the stars. And now here we are. We have not changed in any way. We intend to find new worlds to plunder and settle upon. Excellent writing. AAA writing. I love it. Give that man a job for Anthem. Okay, well. I just can't believe our war ended. It really kind of like sapped me a bit because I was so ready for it. Now I don't know what to do. Just build. But that is going to be it. So thanks guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun. I waged 3 wars in this stream. It was quite a lot. Actually did something in 2 of them. So let's see what Spartan said. Not sure how the late game will work out for him though. Like what's the best case scenario? It looks like federations on the sides will team up and crush the independent players in the center. You think the federations will team up? Ooh, that would be rough. I hope not. I hope we get to stay kind of independent and we get to pick apart. You know, we get to pick apart the scraps from the giants. We'll see though. Alright. good night. Hope you guys are having a great December, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. All right. It would be fun if they changed the strategy for that empire. Yeah, I mean, they might do. Anything could happen. You know, if they take control. Obviously, if they try and figure out what the other empire wanted to do. And anyway, I'll tell you who's been changed. So 2 players dropped out, unfortunately, and 2 players have filled the space. So we have the Kingdom of Ankronos, which she couldn't make it. That is now being played by, well, I'm just going to call him Greek Chaos. Because he wrote in Greek letters, Chaos. Then another player that dropped out was the Connector Nucleus. That is now going to be played by Zerados. So, people who may remember, and were here yesterday, these 2 guys are part of Frandoka's Trash Corps Federation. Right? So 2 Federation players have now been swapped out for 2 new ones, because they couldn't make it. So it should be interesting to see what happens there, you know? At the moment, these guys are in a war. They're in a really big war. If we go to diplomatic mode, boom. So this federation, the Gold Federation I'll call them, are at war with the Western Coalition. And it's a war for Total War. The Total War CB was enacted because Connector Nucleus is a hive mind. They wage war on him, and that allows them to actually take territories as they go into the systems without having to do claims. So they've got a very aggressive war going on. As well, if you remember, we have the Viking clans down here. They are also at war with these guys. Now, you might think, oh, you could take a piece of the pie, Darren. I tried to, obviously. Went to war with them, but of course they stopped the war by kind of seceding it and just giving me the Desperation Casus Belli, which basically gives me the victory conditions, which basically gives me energy and minerals and stuff like that. And I can't now go to war with them for 10 years. I'm also in a defensive pact with Eton. And that's basically it. So that's what's happening. So I'm going to be watching the war between the 2 federations quite closely, seeing who comes out on top of that. Obviously, they've got 2 new players now as well. At war, you know, deep in it. And we'll see how they react to it. Okay, so let's go. That's kind of cool because they have a huge advantage now, these 2. They can use a wormhole if they want. I've said they can do it. They can use a wormhole, come through my territory, right? Pop through my territory and come out into the kingdom of this guy, Ankronos, or, you know, just use my territory to come down this way or something. That's like a huge tactical benefit they have because these guys cannot come in and they can't wage war for it because we just got out of a war. So they can't use a war for 10 years, about 8 years now to come through. Whereas these guys can. So they can literally just come through, hit them, and then retreat back through if they want, you know, if they're going to do that. What's the new question? But how does the raiding from barbaric despoilers work? So basically, the raiding option is a fleet bombardment stance. Okay, so usually you got about 2 or 3 fleet bombardment stances, like passive and indiscriminate or whatever. So you put a fleet over a planet, you start bombarding it, and if you're on raiding, after about, I'd say about 15% devastation, you'll start taking pops from the planet. Now you don't actually have physical pops that you have to ferry back to your homeworlds. They'll just instantly appear on nearby homeworlds. And that's basically what happens. You just immediately steal pops, essentially. So I think that's peace. That is peace. Before I select the next tech, I just want to see diplomatic mode. Yeah, that is peace. There's no wars. We'll just double check on this. No wars right now. There's no wars right now, and that is it. So Viking, definitely these guys came out better. They took all of this territory. Oh, they left one piece behind, which is a shame. They took all of this branch of territory up here. These guys took territory and vassalized a faction down here. And then I myself, I won my war. But it was really just, all I got was some minerals. And they got a reduction in energy and minerals for 10 years. I don't know if all factions got it, or just that one faction. I'll have to find that out. That's quite interesting. Big change of hands there. Now I might do something which is, I'm going to support Tidar's independence. So they know that. I support their independence. Okay. Impressive. Taking that chunk of Western Federation. Yeah. And actually just taking a player out of their Federation I think is really useful as well. So essentially what this Federation basically is to me in my eyes, it's 2 strong players and 2 weak, well, yeah, 2 weak players basically. 2 players that aren't at least a fleet threat. You know, they might be providing nice research packs or something, but they're not a fleet threat. Immediately anyway. So yeah, for those who maybe don't know, this is like, there's no AI in this game. It's all player driven. 2 players dropped, so we had to replace them with 2 other players. But it's still 13-player Galaxy. Nobody's been wiped out yet. It's quite interesting. Let's take a look at the victory and score now. So Robocorp is still coming first. Viking clans now being played by Kirby Rick has solidified their place at number 2 because they have a subject empire, which is helping them out. That's offsetting their Federation score, the way these guys are getting Federation. So fair play, man. He really did great with the amount of alloys he produced. I'm doing pretty awful considering now. I'm coming down to 11. I mean, I was 9 for the longest time, then 12, now 11. Without a subject of my own, I can't imagine I'll ever make my way up. But subjugating someone like the Kingdom of and Kronos would be great if I could do that. Then that would bump me up a huge amount. Just out of curiosity, if it did even give me around 1,000, where would I be? I would be at 3,500, which would put me around the 7th or 8th mark. Still not super high up. Okay, so I've pulled myself out of that mess. I feel like that has set me back quite a bit. Economic strength is... Actually, my economic strength is 1,600. These guys is 700, 800, 2,000, 1,000. So I guess it's not bad. I wish you could filter and just see like who's the most economy, who's the most tech, who's the most everything individually. That'd be kind of nice. At least that's good to know that my economy isn't actually too bad. The only way in is to come up through this territory. Right, Robocorp literally has to go all the way down and around to come in through the bottom, and then the first point of entry would be here, or they could go more north into here, or they could ignore that and go further down, all the way down to here, damned colony system, in through the synthetic territory, and then try to come up that way. So that's a really good advantage that we have, is that we have this guy on a plate with no one nearby that can like get in quick. That's actually very interesting. Cool. All right, and we've got about an hour and 10 minutes to go. So I might do another little recap. It's been a bit slow for the last hour and a half, I guess, since the wars have ended. But I think soon, my economy is now getting much better. Way better, in fact. And I think soon we'll be kicking into gear. I've got a few ideas, so... I don't want to project my ideas too much. It's kind of hard to play and talk when I know that maybe other people might be listening. Are you worried anyone is using the game-breaking exploits? Or are you confident in your community? I'm confident in my community, though I don't know. You know, maybe they are. I hope they're not. I don't know what the exploits are, so... But these guys are much more familiar with Stellaris than I am. But then again, you don't win anything for winning this game, right? You don't win anything. You don't get anything. There's no prize. There's no incentive to just ruin the game for yourself. So I hope that people that are playing are mature enough that they're not doing that. They're only hurting their own game, right? You might as well go in, play a game of single-player Stellaris, edit the save file to give you 1,000, or just go into console and give yourself millions of resources. Like, you might as well, right? There's no difference then. I hope people aren't doing that. Eaton, so in my opinion, he's the best player so far for roleplay. He's playing pacifist. He hasn't waged any wars. He's grown in territory peacefully. As well as that, his little backstory talked about how he grows food. He's offered me food multiple times. I'm very proud of Eaton right now. He's doing great. He's doing great. His tech level is kind of high. Doing great. The Avian Church of Tomorrow left their federation. Oh shit. Oh, now this is the Federation screen. We got this big blue Federation, and then the gold Federation is now off on its own. They're not a Federation anymore. They're just a simple player. That's kind of interesting. Right, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but whatever. Let's just do something. Hang on. Demand vassalization. We need that farming subsidies on. Can he just ignore that and I can never get it, or? How long can that wait? Can he wait with that? Okay, good.
We have declared war to
That's their fleet there. Where I want to go.
Attacking enemy assets.
Alright, we're invading. Now our big threat is this big player. We're at war with the green. Everyone in green we're at war with. The question is, are they going to be able to move a fleet up into this guy's territory in time to matter, I guess. Supporting your independence. Hear me? I'm supporting your independence. Right, we're here. We're coming up for a fight. Think we'll win? Great war of boredom. Great war of... I had nothing else to do. The Viking clans are also supporting the war. They're supporting Adeptus Mechanicus. The Tadar. The Robot Empire. He has 2 empires supporting his independence, should he wish to try and, like, survive. Now there's a 5,000 fleet coming for me there. I've got 5,000. I've also got a star base with me. They probably have way better tech though. Level 4. I don't know, we might win.
Construction complete.
We're a little damaged though. It's all corvettes. Didar, turn your ships around.
Station under attack.
We supported you, man. I don't know, I don't want to risk that. I might see if I can get out, but I think he'll actually catch me by the time he gets that. I think he might catch me. He is faster, of course.
Construction complete.
Now, there's only still the one war. We can no longer use the subjugation. Well,
Station under attack.
we are at war for subjugation still, so see how that plays out. So he's got 15,000, 20,000 there. Yeah, oh well. It was kind of predictable that that would happen. He got around really quickly though, quicker than I thought he would. Oh, it's a Federation fleet as well. I really need Viking to go to war, otherwise it's just me on my own. And I can't beat 4 players that are overwhelming. Kind of relying on them to help. Kind of relying on me to be the domino that falls that triggers everyone else to fight. You know what I should have done? I should have invited my attacker, or I should have invited my ally here. I don't know why I didn't do that. That was so stupid of me. Okay, that's interesting. These guys just formed their own... Not Federation, but Viking clans just demanded vassalization of the Avian Church of Tomorrow, so Rakoto just joined them. Wow. I think he needs to peace out because he didn't call in the other 2 players into war. Well, I could only call in 1. Oh, I could have called him in, couldn't I? Damn, I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I forgot that. Can't believe I forgot that. That's so stupid of me.
Construction complete.
They might not have both attacked, but I know Eaton would have, and at least his fleet is the same size as mine. Holy shit, he's got a 15,000 fleet. I'm such a fool. He told me in a message, he's like, I'll back you up if you want to go to war together. I just forgot. I just forgot to click the little add the attacker button. This is now up to 20,000. All corvettes. Ally entered war. The Western Coalition has declared war on our ally, the Viking clans. Okay, they're all at war now. But they're getting ready to like launch a giant attack into me. And I don't have that much, really. What do they got here? 26,000? Let me guess, all corvettes. Yep. Super fast. Coming straight for me. I need to get out of here. I'll die if I leave that. If I just stay here.
Construction complete.
Although that is my best chance for defense, so I don't know. If I just go to Kel, there's nothing there. I might have to come down into my allies' territory because there's nothing else I can do. Otherwise, I'll just get caught. So there's 2 wars. I didn't see. So I'm at war with obviously the Big West, and then the Western Coalition are at war with the Viking clans, I guess. Viking clans, Western Coalition. Yeah, okay. But it said they joined my war, but they did. I guess they didn't. Okay, they're just in a war as well. So I guess they kind of are, but not really the same thing. The goals won't be the same. So for instance, if they finish their war first, I'll still just be left at war. They're invading down here with, oh my god. GG. They have 60,000. A 60,000 fleet down here. This one's all battleships. And then down here, I'm just trying to link up with them, just to help them out. But they need to fight quite a lot. 60,000 we saw around here a while ago. $45,000 here. 12 battleships. Just all one thing. Yeah, that's why I want to go observer, because like the last 5 or 6 games, like I said, it's just the same outcome. It's always the same outcome. Battleship fleets with proton launchers and then corvette fleets with whatever the missile is. How did they get defeat on me? I didn't give in. How did that happen? How did I even lose? I didn't give in. The war score wasn't 100. I don't even know what happened. We just got refugees. So we now just have one planet. Damn, wrecked. Maybe some combat mode would be good? Maybe. Viking surrendered. I don't understand that. I'm still at war with them. That's so weird. He can just surrender and they get their claims? Dude, that's fucking bullshit. That's pretty shit. And my fleet just goes missing and everything. Wow. That's shit. Doesn't make any sense. This is what I didn't understand. It said he joined the war, but when I looked at his war, I wasn't even in it. I don't get that. Then why does he get to... That seems like so gameable. It's like he joined the war and then just ended it without fighting, and I lose. But my war didn't end. How is that fair? I'm not saying I would have turned it around, but I'm just saying it just doesn't seem fair that that happens. Submit to Eaton, the pacifist. Protect me. Right, so it's not over till it's over. But we have severely gotten reduced. We've now become a vassal of Eaton. Okay, that was just a small little nation that appeared there. Now, interestingly, our tech will actually grow quite a lot by being way smaller, I guess. But we don't have any tech buildings. But this is where we left off. That is going to be it for today. So at the moment we have basically 2 big federations, right, with 4 players each, And then the Viking clans have one player under them as a vassal, and Eaton has me as under him as a vassal. So that's the situation at the moment. I'm essentially out, but I don't know, I have one planet and I still have all systems making a bunch of minerals and stuff, so I'm okay for a little while. At least to supply Eaton or something to help out a little bit. So I'll stay alive, see what I can do, see how it all evolves tomorrow, but that's basically where we left off. So I kind of got screwed a little bit by that situation. I'm going to watch that back and see did I misinterpret it, but I don't think I did. That being said, the same thing kind of probably would have ended up happening anyway, so whatever. Alright, hopefully I didn't come across too butthurt. I'm really not butthurt, but it's just when you start seeing patterns throughout these games, it compounds and builds and gets frustrating. So hopefully, maybe looking positively, if we can think of ways that we can maybe increase the amount of kind of almost not randomization, but encourage different playstyles with rules or whatever it might have to be. That would be good if we could think of some. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know in my Discord, and we'll try to encourage that. You know, having big players grouped together early on, that's just not something that makes for an interesting game. It just doesn't. It forces everyone else then to kind of band together and try to fight it back, and you end up with a stagnated kind of galaxy where two big sides are waiting for the others to flinch. And I got so bored that I literally just waged a war out of boredom, right? So, you know, that's just the way it goes. Yeah, I'll think about it anyway. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for joining and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back tomorrow to continue it at 6 p.m. GMT for another 4 hours and wrapping it up, seeing what happens. Will the big green federation win, or will the big blue federation win? Or will one of the guys in the middle somehow survive and fight either side off? And I was just stuck in the middle, and I don't know, I was just getting bored. Obviously, being streaming, there's like a tiny bit of pressure. It's like, okay, let's do something. Not even pressure. It's just like I'm aware 80 people or whatever are looking at this screen, and nothing is happening for 3 hours. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to war, and hopefully everyone else will go to war, and it'll all kick everything off. I did go to war. Immediately came up against fleets that were just way bigger than I could handle. The guy I hoped would go to war went to war, but then surrendered probably about 10 or 15 minutes in, which made me lose because we have a defensive pact. So even though I made a mistake of not inviting him and this other guy in at the same time, so that was my bad. And it meant that I was just going up against 4 players on my own, hoping that the other federation would kick into gear, but they never did. The other federation didn't do anything. They didn't try to take advantage of the war. They just sat on the sidelines. So I was a bit disappointed with that. The Viking clans then joined in, you know. So we were all joining in, waiting for maybe another guy to join in, but they didn't. And that meant that Viking clans kind of surrendered, making sure that he didn't lose anything. His surrender led to me losing a ton of territory because we were in defensive pact, even though it was a separate war. So even after he surrendered and I lost all his territory, I was still at war. And now I've just got 1 planet left. So I'm basically out of the game. But I get to watch what happens, and I'll try to stay alive and stay with... I'm a vassal, actually, of Eaton. I became a vassal. I requested protection from the Bothrazoid Republic, who are a pacifist nation. Alright, so there's not much for me to do. I have a decent economy for now, and I can kind of supply minerals and stuff to Eaton. Eaton's doing pretty well. He's got a fleet of 26,000. He's a pacifist empire. He's also xenophile and egalitarian. He can't declare wars, he can only defend, so he's got my back for now at least. And we'll see if the kind of, what are these guys called? They're called the Propitious Pact. See if they go to war with either Viking clans, which are not a federation, but they are just a conglomerate of, it's just one faction. They just look like they're split with another one that they've vassalized. So essentially what we got here is 2 federations, both with 4 empires in them. And then we have 2 empires with 1 vassal. So it's very even split, actually, really, when you think about it. But that's essentially what's going on right now. In one regard, this Adeptus Mechanicus is actually a vassal, you know, of Frandoka. So he's part of the Federation by proxy. I'm pretty sure it was Spartan that told you to declare that suicide war yesterday, right? It wasn't your fault? Nah, I was just getting bored. I wanted to do it as well. Part of me thought, like, maybe we'll, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Part of me thought, like, oh, maybe this could work if the others jump in and distract for long enough. I could maybe do some raiding and end the war and get away with it. But it was almost like within like 5 or 10 minutes, there was just fleets bearing down on me, and no one was coming to my aid. And then the guy that did come to my aid literally like destroyed my empire by surrendering. So. But it probably would have happened anyway, unless this federation went into the war. that the writing was on the wall from the beginning. The whole point of being the first domino to fall is you'd hope the other dominoes fall and everyone kind of joins in. But no one else did. I don't know why these guys didn't. I mean, we looked at them before I went into war, and we saw like all their fleets are inferior. They just weren't ready, you know? They hadn't done anything. Boring Stellaris game as usual? Well, I thought the first day was quite interesting because I waged 3 wars and someone else waged a war. It seemed like, oh, that's pretty cool, and we actually expanded faster than I would have thought. The second day was a little bit more boring. It was just like 2 or 3 hours of not much going on. There was like tiny cursory wars down here, but really not that interesting. It just seems to happen when you get this power block of federations. Nobody wants to like attack each other. And then as well, it's even worse when both of them are just turtling technology. They're like decommissioning their fleets and just going tech. It's like, well, there's not even a chance of a war breaking out now. So I was just like, I'm literally getting bored. I'm going to try and do something to make something happen. Maybe they'll all ramp up production and attack. Oh well, I sacrificed myself for the better of the stream. I tried to anyway. So that was one rule. I see that you're replying to Dan earlier on. So yeah, I'll show you where the rankings are right now. The Viking clans are number 1. Okay, they're actually winning, and that's played by Kirby Rick. And he's winning mostly because, well, not mostly because he has a subject empire that's quite big. Gives him 4,000 points. So he's got one other empire under his control, and that empire itself is quite strong, and that's why he has bumped up the rankings quite a bit. Second and third is Robocorp and Frandoka. Robocorp has obviously been changing players' hands over and over, but Frandoka, I guess, will be coming third. And then my overlord, Eaton, is coming fourth. And Eaton has never waged a war. He's pacifist. He's gained territory peacefully. He's never been at war. He has decent tech, really strong economy in tech. That's what he's known for. This actually doesn't take into account fleet size. It just takes into account your economy and your tech. And the further out you spread, the worse. Well, not necessarily the worse. If you're careful about it, it won't. But potentially worse your technology and economy could get. It slows down a little bit as you expand. So you can play sort of tall by staying small. And, you know, that's kind of what he's done. He's not huge. You know, he's not like all side of the galaxy, and he's coming fourth. And I'm under his rules, so that helps him out as well. Let's have a look at Eaton. So what's he got now? He's got a 50. He is scaling so fast. Oh, he's got 2 Titans. Oh man, look at his ships. They look so cool. Eaton is not, pardon my French, he is not fucking around. After that big loss, maybe your people will want to change. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe they shouldn't be barbaric despoilers. I mean, they don't even live on their original homeworld anymore, and our population is barely even what it used to be. So I think a government change might be in order. We can't get rid of barbaric despoilers though. Cannot be added or removed after the start of the game. There it is. We really don't need the ship fire rate and aristocratic elite though, to be honest. We'll get some unemployed people if we get rid of that, I think. Capital buildings give you extra research and unity. That's pretty cool. Look at that. We're turning ourselves into... We've got functional architecture and technocracy now out by this planet. That creates some unemployment though, because obviously we're getting rid of a guy that previously had a job here. He was a noble. There's no nobles anymore, friend. Just like the rest of us. But he's going to be unemployed for 10 years. Kozakin demilitarized zone? Well, we're not demilitarized. We have a lot of defenses. That wouldn't really count. Just can't seem to figure out the new system with planets. I think it's relatively easy once you get used to it. This is the worst I've ever done with it in this campaign. Like in that last stream yesterday, my economy was breaking down. I fixed it all by the end, or the big attack. But normally on my single player games, it's just been I've found it really quite easy to manage. Once you have 3 planets, they can kind of just feed off each other. It's most difficult, I think, early on just to balance it, and then kind of sorts itself out when you get more pops and better technology. Remnant sounds good. So yeah, it'd be cool if we could change our flag and stuff, but we're the Kelzakan remnants. How did it come to this? How do you gain independence if you wanted to? If I wanted to gain independence, well, so what happened was I was actually defeated by the guys out to the left, and I asked the guy to my right to become my protectorate. Now, I could declare war and fight for independence, or, you know, I could speak to him and say, hey, can you I can request independence. Those are two ways of doing it. I think someone can guarantee support my independence and then go to war on my behalf, where I'll be released at the end. I think that's another way as well. But I don't want to be independent. I'm happy now. I've only got one planet. I should not be independent. It's fine. I should be here to help out the guy above me. And because I'm a small nation, I don't have any problems with my empire size. So my tech is now speeding up just a little bit. Sure, other empires have stronger tech because they just have way more tech coming in, but it's going faster than it was before, which is good. Viking clans, so down here at these guys, boom, straight up, the green and yellow. Just gone to war with the red. We have a lot of fleets moving around. 45,000, 15,000, 37,000. Jesus. What do these guys got? 7,000? 4,000? They should... Oh, they're not really part of it. That's a big-ass fleet. So what's going to happen? We can see as well who's claimed what. So the Viking clans have claimed back the territories that were taken from them, and several of these new territories. I don't know how they're going to push through, though, because it looks like Robocorp and Trash Corp combined 70, 80, 90, 100,000. Got another war. It's all escalating now. Oh, so the right side has gone to war with the left. The right versus the left. Some might even call them the alt-right. I want the East to win. Yeah, I think everybody does, you know. Well, I say everybody. I'm rooting for the East. This is what should have happened when I went to war, but they obviously weren't ready yet. East is now joining. And Eaton, which is interesting, Eaton is pacifist. He can't do anything. He might change his government to get rid of that. And then he could be an actual player in this fight. But if I was him, I would change the government and I would go straight to war with the Kingdom of Ankronos and just go straight in. Trash Corp made peace with Pengu Science Conglomerate. Okay, so that's interesting. That means this federation are out. Just like that. So the Pengu Science got one planet. They got the damned colony, and then they also got the system that planet was in. So they just got one thing. That's all they got. There's a wormhole here, though. Interesting. But now, the problem with this is, see, these guys need to be making... These guys need to be making stronger claims, because they're after just getting just one thing. But it is a tactical advantage to have that wormhole, obviously, be able to come through. But this does mean that now Robocorp and Trash Corp can now start working on just the Viking clans. So they're on their own now. Because of the way they kind of cashed out that war. So, you know, it might be a net loss of one system for Trash Corp, but they'll probably, now that they've only got one enemy really to deal with, basically two, but one, essentially, they'll probably destroy these guys, I would imagine. If only I could enslave 15 humans that are at the same level as me. Oh my god. Kelnick colony was encased in an impenetrable shield by the global pacifier on the Bothrazorn Colossus. Eaton's at war? Oh my god, Eaton is at war, but I'm not at war. How is that possible? How is that possible? I'm a vassal. Do I not automatically go into his wars with him? He's at war as well. So he did enter into the war. And he's after locking down a planet for life. Wait a second. Okay, it wasn't my home planet. What planet was it? It was one of my old planets. Eaton? I could have got them back. Damn it, Eaton. There's people there. My people are there. He could have just traded that system with me if he ended up getting it. At least it wasn't the capital, but Jesus Christ. It was one system over.
Technology secured.
Going mental with a Colossus. Not thinking about who he hits on the way. Who the hell is this? Sildorian Empire from Sando. So they must be using wormholes. They're coming through the wormholes that I found ages ago. Nice. So they are actually, I didn't even notice that. I didn't know that Eton had... Whoa, and so what that means, Sando is still in the war. Oh man, I need to check diplomacy here. This is so weird because... Or I guess he's not. I guess they are out. They are officially out, but he must have came through to help initially. So Eton is still in. These guys are still in. So it might be a battle now to drive up that war score. So we'll have to check the war score. Attacker war exhaustion 38, defender 26. And I'm guessing Eton is the defender? Oh no, it's an offensive war. Defensive war. How did he go to war though? He's pacifist. He must have had some sort of CB. Oh, the Total War one maybe? I don't know. That's interesting. Does anyone know how he went to war? And how did he go to war without me joining him? I'm his vassal. That's so nice of him to be able to protect me. But it's terrifying that he encased a planet that absolutely did not need to be encased. Slave riots on the planet. Oh man, our first colony, I think that was Kelnick. Protectorates don't go into war. I didn't know that. I just assumed I was the same as a vassal, but he's a protectorate of mine. Okay. But he could have invited me, though, I'm guessing. You're a protectorate, not a vassal. Right, yeah. I didn't know that. I just assumed it's kind of the same thing. Let me check it out, then. Overlord of the Kelzakin Remnants. And then, I can't check myself, but... Protectorate under Bothrazoid. I don't know what that meant. I thought it's the same. As soon as it's cut off, the whole planet riots. Can you imagine? Shielded world, they can never leave, and then they're just left there basically to die. to be trapped forever. Planet just riots itself.
Complete.
People trying to get out, maybe. Are they already at war? Does Darren have any fleet? I'm not at war with anybody. Pretty much everyone else is. Well, actually, the Eastern Federation still aren't at war. It's Eton, this Bothrazoid Republic here. He's at war. Well, I could just show you. He's at war with the red. So he's at war with 4 players. And then the Viking clans, which are 2 players, are at war with these guys. So it's a 3v2 basically. But 1 player is pretty weak. The big kind of like this side came in, the purple and green came in as well. But they got like diplomacied out of it for 10 years. So they can't fight for 10 years now. Basically, they won their war, but all they got was just 1 system.
Technology secured.
So, still all to play for, I guess. I wonder if they're going to be trying to just wait it out to get those guys back in eventually. Eton's fleet has gone through a wormhole and is bombarding a city or a planet all the way back within their home territory. That's where he is. This is the fleet I was looking for. Interesting. And he's up to 13% devastation. So the fleets, I would imagine, from Robocorp are on their way back. There's a 17,000 here. There's a 13,000 there. There's a 44,000 there. Eaton's sitting out here with his 66k. But where did he even come from? I don't see a route that he could have taken to get in this far. What we're typically seeing in a lot of games is like the overwhelming players tend to band together rather than attack each other. So I would have thought like Frandoka, who was, to me at least, he was overwhelming pretty early on, or his tech was, and so was Robocorp. Those 2 players, it would be much more entertaining and much more challenging for them if they fought each other rather than allied each other. Oh shit, there we go. Is that it? Peace. So what the hell happened? Defenders took 6 planets. Trash Corp took 6 planets. And gave 2 to the Kingdom of Ankronos. They took 6 systems. And Rakota was completely wiped out. So that's the first war over between these 2. I think the war with Eton is still going on. So these guys... The Viking clans in their big attack, they failed. They didn't win. I must have missed the battle. I didn't see it. No, they didn't have it. They didn't have it. Okay. So now it's just up to Eaton to get that war exhaustion up. Oh no, his war is over as well. That's not the same war, is it? Viking clans made peace. I thought they were in a separate war. Maybe they were invited attackers and they got brought in together. I don't think Eaton lost anything, and he was driving up the war score, but I guess it just wasn't enough. Alright, that makes a lot more sense, because I was wondering how he was in the war. So he's obviously in it as a pacifist brought in by the Viking clans. Alright, that makes sense. So they lost. They lost. Good news for Eaton, though, I guess, is he didn't lose his fleet, I don't think. So a summary at the moment. So what's just happened is basically the Western Federation, which is the big green blob, which is made up of 4 players. The Western Federation... Actually, I'll rephrase it, actually. The Viking clans attacked the Western Federation, brought in their subjugated kind of ally, had a big war, then I think as a defensive pact, they invited in the Bothrozoid Republic, and I just didn't notice. So, Bothrozoid Republic and the Viking clan and the subjugated empire all went to war against the Western coalition. Then the Eastern coalition, I'm just going to call them, also went to war with the Western. The Westerns just peaced out and said, that's fine by me, don't worry, you can have your one system, because they only wanted one system. So in my opinion, it was a mistake of these guys to only lay claim to one thing. They should have laid claim to something way bigger, and then they wouldn't have been able to just go, yeah, peace, whatever, that's fine. Because they just went, yeah, peace, whatever, that's fine. And then 10 years later, you can't have another war for 10 years. That allowed these guys in the West to only focus on the Viking clans. They destroyed them, which dissolved. They basically just claimed the planets of their annexed nation and the homeworld of the Viking clans, I believe. Annexed all that, destroyed that empire. That empire fell out of the game. Then it was, and when peace happened, then Eaton was forced to accept the peace as well and fall back. So, that's the situation. That's kind of what happened. So even though Eaton was doing great and he was taking loads of territory, they basically just like focused one guy, out diplomacied the guys on the right and put them out of the game, or out of the mind share for a while, for 10 years, and then just focused one guy, beat them. Kirby Rick quit the game, and now that's an AI empire that's not really gonna have any bearing on anything, and it's East versus West still, but the West is way stronger. I don't know why, or if it's not possible for these guys to invite Eaton into the Federation. I don't know why they're not in one Federation now. They should really consider doing that. I can't give you the minerals. I need them to convert my city. Alright, we finally did it, I think. There we go. Boom. So let's delete that. Let's delete that. And we're doing the archaeology project now. So now we're turning our world into a city planet. So I can now give Eaton plenty of minerals, because I can't build anything for 10 years anyway. I can't see this. Okay, there it is. 20,000 Tadar? Is that enough? I don't think that's enough, man. I should have said that before you went in. Oh my god, maybe. Just maybe. Yes, that's true, CU. That's true. But that's what I was saying earlier. It's like, if I give them narratives, then they have to kind of do something else. And if they don't, then I don't know. Well, I don't know what to do other than just say, like, okay, that's enough for you guys then. I don't think he's going to do it. He's barely even taken out his shield. He doesn't have any armor though, so maybe. Alright, it's very loud. He's got 7 cruisers and 5 corvettes left. What a battle. Oh my god, though. Oh my god. He went down to 3k and he's actually gonna get it. Suddenly his health just started like getting destroyed. I can't believe that. The cruisers just sat back and fired on it from afar. Wow. He did it. I can't believe he did it. It didn't seem like he would there for a while. Okay, we've got a war. Robocorp declared war on the Pengu Science Conglomerate. So that is the left is at war with the right. So the red guys are at war with these guys. So they're going to use the wormholes that were left up here to go straight through and appear down here. And these guys are guarding that best they can. They're actually, wow, they're actually going through. You're just going to go die if you do that, I think. Oh, maybe not. Where are we here? Oh, they actually, did they move? They did, yeah, they moved. So these guys came straight through. That's a 60,000 fleet though, 70,000 fleet, and that's only a 30,000. So they are dead meat, and yeah, they're on their way. They are on their way. You better get back through that little hole you came from. Oh, maybe they're gonna try and just go quicker or something. I don't know. Is that being researched yet? No, 23%. Cool. All right, so the war is raging on, I guess. Wish I could just know where it's happening. So Eaton is involved in this war as well. Oh, I didn't realize that. I keep forgetting to check him, but he's in the war as well. So it is... Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay, so it is literally... Basically, it's like East versus West. And the Viking clans and me in the middle. Eaton fighting to protect me. He's got 100,000 fleet strength there, with 35,000 helping him out. With 2 fleets. 100,000 fleet strength. 34,000 on his other one. And he is coming for this guy. He should jump in. With that amount of fleet power, he could do a jump and still wreck. Could do a jump and still wreck, I think. What an amazing turnaround, though, it would be if Eaton and the East won. Oh, he's got his Colossus with him. His pacifier. Did he name it, I wonder? Did he have time? Did he think about it? It's just in his fleet right now. Nah, it's not named. Oh well. He's going to be going to lock down planets. That's what he should... That's a really good idea, actually. Because he's... Oh, shit. He's in deep enemy territory now. Excuse me. He's deep in enemy territory now. With a 100k fleet and a... 100k fleet, basically. And a world cracker. And he's heading... probably straight to the capital world of the god of RoboCorp. Meanwhile, the East is capturing territories, not seeing anything fall in the East here. East are doing very well against the West. There's a giant fleet down here. Actually, that's the Pengu. So that's still another East player. Whoa. Oh my god, East have pulled it out of the bag somewhere with a shit ton of fleets. Strong fleets. Either that, end of the Wayland Mutiny Corp. Oh my god, I wasn't even watching what happened out here. But the West, just the Trash Corp and RoboCorp were coming through this way. I was thinking, where is their main fleet? But they just destroyed a player. GG. That was Safara the Hermit. Is GG'd out of his mind. He's dead. I didn't even see how that happened. Brandcorp is in here. Attacking Pengu from behind. So they're both like attacking each other from behind. It's basically like who can do the most damage for when the war ends. You know, who comes off worse. Alright, they are one jump away from the capital, where there's also a megastructure. A strategic coordination center built by RoboCorp. And It's only the site for it. I think it hasn't really begun. Yeah. So it's early days. It hasn't really got any effects yet. They're coming in. They're coming in hot. Now, there are fleets waiting outside. There's 21... Oh, no, that's an allied fleet. This is another allied fleet. So they have got this surrounded. This is totally surrounded right now. Coming straight in. Smashing up the space station. The capital is there. Pros. We'll have a look now on the east side in a second to see what's going on that side. 132 pops here. Not as many as I would have thought. But I guess still a pretty large amount. East side continues to get devoured. Francorp. Robocorp, Francorp, Trashcorp. What the hell is Trashcorp versus Francorp? Oh, Francorp are literally just the name of a fleet in Trashcorp. I mean, there's no wormholes that are going to magically bring them back to defend that home system, so they are going to start suffering big time. There is fleets on the move. Trashcorp are gathering fleets and moving things up this way. Not too sure how far exactly they are, though. I'm going to give some energy to Eaton. He probably needs it, and I'm just burning it here, so let me talk to Eaton. Oh my god, look at it. It's opened up. It is ready to fire. Oh my god. It's begun. The shielding protocol has begun. Firing weapon 20%. Wow. That's rough. 132 pops, just like that. Just like that. Just like that. You are now just 10 society. Wow. You do not mess with Eaton and his food. Wow, I haven't had a Unity thing in so long. We're about to get our city world in a year. 1 year to go. Okay, that's a big blow. That is a big blow for the pops. Oh no, I thought he actually took the top spot. He didn't. So that was Robocorp. So they slid down to second. They were first. Number of pops is 1962 for the score. And they've been passed out by Trashcorp now. But that's for Robocorp. Yeah, so Eaton managed to attack. I didn't think he could. As a liberation war? Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. That's a good point. Good point. Could be liberation war. Found a way to do it either way. And I love that I'm safe. I'm just safe. He's protecting me. I feel like Big Fat Mac Daddy is just protecting me, and he's having his fight. Whoa! Didn't expect that. Peace offer made with the Bothrozoid, and then Robocorp leave the Federation. The Federation is just being carved up. Brandoka now stands basically alone. Actually, the Kingdom of Van Kronos have done alright since they took my planets, I think. What happened? What happened in the end? So this is just the war between Eaton and Robocorp. Robocorp made peace with the Bothrozoid Republic. The attackers, which I believe were Robocorp, or were Bothrozoid, got 2 planets. Urana Colony and Astinda Prime. Now, I remember the name of that one because that used to be my planet. Yeah, they got the Urana Colony that was here. My old home, Eaton. My old home, friend. Okay, and then they also got 5 systems. Alphaka, Alioth, Astinda, and 2 more. Effects. Robocorp is forced to adopt the ethos and the government of the Bothrozoid Republic. So they've become... Wow. Overseer Hanoka is forced to abdicate. Robocorp is forced to leave their federation. God damn. Eaton just nailing people. Robocorp lost their home planet, their home city. Had it totally encased and shielded. And as well as that, they also had their ethics forcibly changed. But they still gained pops overall. They had 800 at the beginning of that war, and now they've got 991. So it's actually, maybe it's not enough. They're still in a war right now. Let's check out this war. But they got kicked out of the Federation, so they're at war with a lot of people on their own. Although I guess they're still kind of in a way, duel in the war. And the Viking guy is back now, so Kirby Rick is back and he can try to help and decide what to do. I wonder how his economy is. Is it like totally destroyed since the AI took it over? I'm going to ask for my other system back. Let's see if he'll give it to me. Offer a trade deal. Alioth for 15,000 energy. What do you think of that? It used to be my home. Well, not my home. My home is here. But it's close to home. Yes! Thank you, Ethan. Reclaim the planet. So proud. I'm colonizing a new world just for the lulz. They used to own it. Oh my god, we've got a pretty good base here. Decent sized base. Who's unemployed? 3 specialists unemployed? I think not. I'm happy that I got my Ecumenopolis world though. You know? At least we created a home for our people. Although we did have to change our name. To the, what are we now? The Kilzakan Remnants. Exactly, yeah. What's the scoreboard like now, I wonder? Ooh, Trash Corp sealing the deal, coming first by 7,000 points. If Tadar breaks away, they'll lose 3,000 points. Kind of interesting. Viking clans made peace with Trash Corp. Tadar gained a system. The Viking clans have been humiliated. Kirby Rick came back to be humiliated, reducing his happiness. Trash Corp gained 100 influence. Trash Corp, oh my god, Kirby Rick is so torn up right now. It's sad. Get Papa Eaton to save me. You get him to save you. Message him on Discord. I'm just his overlord. He's just my overlord. I'll do whatever he wants. If he asks me to fight, can he ask me to fight? Because I'm a subject empire. I'm assuming he can. I could request independence, but I wouldn't want to do that to him. I want to be a subject so he can get higher score. Look at that. Have some energy, have some alloys. We're working away hard for you while you protect me. And he has protected me. That's the thing. He has protected me. He's fulfilled his job so well. Oh man, the minerals are hurting now though. Bothrazoid vassalized the Viking clans. Oh damn. Oh damn.
Technology secured.
So they now have 3 vassals. They have the Pyrian Star Republic, which I don't even know who the hell they are. Some little AI thing somewhere. That means... It means that Eaton is coming first, as he has more subject empires, and there's 30 minutes to go. Let's be fair, he was allowed to boom economy undisturbed the whole game. But that was his playstyle. He was a pacifist. Like, he was a pacifist that focused food. And he didn't even... And he grew territories peacefully. I mean, he played how his race is supposed to play. You know? He played how he's supposed to play. It'd be different if, like, he was, like, an aggressive... Or, like, you know, a normal kind of empire and then he just turtled away. But he literally cannot wage war. So, what do you expect? I think he took pretty much every opportunity he could to expand. It wasn't his playstyle that allowed him to grow. It was him getting a lucky start position away from the aggressive players. I mean, well, I was an aggressive player. I could have attacked him. The only reason I didn't, and it is luck, I guess. The only reason I didn't attack him is because I found this guy first. I went to him first. Then I needed my back to be safe, so I said, okay. But there's no reason, like Pengu or anyone else out this way, the Wait and Republic or whatever they're called, no reason they couldn't have attacked him. Just played right. But you didn't. I didn't, you know? So you can call it luck or you can call it pure skill. It looks pretty. This looks pretty. Like someone got sick and then took a shit and then mixed it in a bucket and threw it on against a window. And that's the window. Low stability on Delnik. We haven't even colonized it. How do we have low stability? How do we have low stability? I haven't even colonized it yet. There's people here. How is there people here and there's no colony?
Secured.
What the hell is going on? How is that possible? It's like a planet. It's like a
Construction complete.
sapient planet, but it's not. I used to live here. That's bizarre. They must have had everything destroyed and bombed, but somehow the pops live. Wasn't it shield? No. Shielded planets can never get lifted. This one is the one that was shielded. This one, the Kelnick colony. And I was saying like, oh, that does have people living on it. My own population. What the hell is up with that world? This is so weird. I've never seen a colonizable world with pops living on it. Unless it's like, you know, a pre-FTL species or something. Weird. Weird. And where the hell are these guys from? Who are they? I don't recognize that species. Panaxala. I don't remember any player picking that. Paraveneers did something here? That won't tell me what it is. Oh, the game's frozen, that's why. Can't wait to see what happens when the colony finishes. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Maybe it'll just instantly revolt. There's machines and all sorts living here. The Vengril are the guys that I put on the planet. That's very strange. A colony I used to own with no government administrating like buildings or anything. But there is buildings. You know, there's loads of mining districts. They're working. They are working the job, earning minerals for no one. I don't know what that's about. And then as I was colonizing the planet, it said there was unrest. So weird. That's hot code right there that I've ever seen. Scorching hot code. Pretty bizarre one, all right. It's just like an independent colony. It's kind of cool, actually. Not taking that away from you, but I'm just saying that I think Eaton deserves some credit. I think he did play quite well. And he has played well. Another planet gets destroyed. Food for alloys. Yep. Keep supplying them. I just wish I could have tracked what happened to it. How did that colony get removed is the question. That's all I want to know. Is how did that colony get removed? To give it that weird half state that it's in. This used to be in control from the Kingdom of Ankronos. So the story of that colony is I took it, I colonized it. I was the first colony. I colonized it. I lost it to the Kingdom of Ankronos, these guys here. They lost it to Eaton, and then Eaton gifted me the system. So it is a very specific series of events, and anywhere along there, somewhere, this colony got like uncolonized. But that didn't happen to the other one. There was 2 planets here. It didn't happen to the other one. It just happened to that one, which makes you think something happened there. And for some reason, they have a very specific species that I haven't seen in the game. Strong, enduring, wasteful xenophile. Well, xenophile doesn't matter, but I don't know where they came from. Food from jobs. Eaton is leading with a 1,000-point difference to Fran, who's number 2. Let's check. So yeah, Eaton is leading with an 800 lead, not very high, just a little bit, 800 lead. And Fran's economy is so strong that I imagine that might scale up quicker than Eaton can deal with it. Especially if Fran takes territory. The end of the Sildorian Empire. That's it, GG. It would be at... If Fran wanted to come first in the scoreboard, he should take territory rather than just destroy stuff. Player gone. Rip. That was Sando, the Sildorian Empire. mining districts. So another planet is gone. Baldirk Prime. So Randoka is just destroying planets. I don't think he really gets anything for doing that though. So look at the territory he's grabbed though. He has carved up Le Imperium Dragon Q. The Dragonk. Damn. Oh, it's a beautiful sight to behold. We have our fleet again. Leader experience daily hull regen. Anything that would make us move fast would be good. Jump drive. So we never actually got that. There's the X class I was looking for, but that's fine. I think we need to get jump drives if we want to be effective at anything. How much longer? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Thereabouts. About 10 minutes. No more than 15 for sure. I'm filled with such a sense of pride and accomplishment right now. For even though, just because I managed to survive thanks to Eaton, I didn't get wiped. Although they probably could have if they wanted to in the last game. What an emotional roller coaster. Imperium Dragon didn't make it to the end. Death has embraced him. That is... The lights are going out, said Frandoka. Wow. The lights are going out. You don't get points for killing empires, though. So cool to see, though. He's just destroying all the planets. And built my little... Oh, war declared. Eaton has gone to war. He has thrown the gauntlet. There we go, man. I'll see if I can do my bit. What kind of war is it? Oh, I'm not even in the war. Oh, for fuck's sake. Not even in the war. Why didn't you invite me? Damn, I've like no say now. That's so embarrassing. I was like, yeah, I'll come on. I'll take a couple of systems and I'll feel like I did something of some worth. Nah, you're not even in it. You just don't even count. Here, have some alloys to play with. That's what Eaton thinks. Peace offer. Robocorp made peace with the Pengu side. Oh, wow. Okay. That's peace. So now it's just Frandoka versus Eaton. The battle for the #1 top spot, some might say.
Construction complete.
Oh, they're way ahead now. They're 4,000 points ahead. His points went down. What did he lose? I don't know why that happened. Oh, he's gone back up by 2,000 points. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what happened there. Go, go, go. War for independence. Oh, I can't do that. Ask for independence and declare on Trash Corp. Oh, no, I can't do that, though. If I ask for independence and I break away, he loses a huge portion of score. I can't do that to him. He probably wouldn't even say yes anyway. He gets 11,000 from subject empires. Frandoka gets 3,000 and then 2,500 and 3,000 from Federation. So I can't break away. Look at my home system, please. I don't know where it was. Which one is yours? You said you lost it. Salt? Oh, there we go. Oh, I think I looked at it just a little bit too late. I'm surprised Frandoka... Oh shit, so you did that. The Viking clans did that to Frandoka. You destroyed your own homeworld. He destroyed his own homeworld just to take a dig at Big Manny Fran. Wow, that's deep. You're gonna blow up your own planets just to do that. Cracked my own homeworld, he says. Damn. And I mean, it's not fair to say I came 8th, but I settled at the 8th spot. I definitely came way lower, if you count the other players that were obviously fine until they just got destroyed. Right, well, I think that's going to be it. I think that has to be it. We are now done. So my little mini happiness victory at the end was, oh, I made an Ecumenopolis world. Like, hooray! I never got my homeworld back. That's what I really wanted. Really wanted that. To re-establish the kingdom. So I failed in that, and my target of doing, or my goal of doing raids didn't pan out either, so didn't do too well in the end. But oh well. Fun game. I love the first part. I love the third part. Day 2 was a bit of a struggle for me, to be honest, and not just because I was getting my crap pushed in. It was just because nobody was doing anything, and I got bored, so I waged a war. But I think with the new rules, I think less people will get screwed over by the start. That's kind of good. Diplomatic insults. You feeble neural ganglia are no match for our integrated nano-chip microcircuits. Boom. That's the last message from Tadar. Alright, we are done. GG, indeed. We can have a look at those scores later if we want. So that's going to be it for the Galaxy today. Next one is going to be quite interesting, I feel. It won't be till mid-January at some point. We'll be hosting signups. If you want to get involved, join our Discord, subscribe on Twitch, maybe throw me $1 on Patreon. You can guarantee yourself a spot, as long as your internet isn't total trash. What we're going to be doing next time is probably going to be doing a narrative-driven one, where we'll have role-play specific empires that you have to kind of fit your own narratives. You'll be given objectives and things to do, and if you do them, you'll get big rewards for doing them. So that should be quite fun. So I'm going to be kind of taking submissions for different empires and kind of coming up with some and forging a save file that will hopefully be pretty interesting to watch. And I'll just be an observer. I'll be out. I'm just going to observe in future. If it goes well next time, then I'll stick to being an observer. If not, then maybe I'll go back to play, or every now and then I might jump into play. All right, thank you guys very much. Thanks for all the participants for giving over their time, and I hope you did enjoy playing and enjoy watching it.